guys, welcome back to Crits and Hits, a Dungeons & Dragons adventure, episode 18. When last we left off, our party was at Cragmore Castle. They had gone through there, fought their way through, found Gundren Rockseeker, revived him, and fought off his attacker. They had also recovered the map to lead them to Way of Echo Cave, where the party will hopefully be able to help Gundren find his brothers, as well as find this mysterious black spider. The party then, before leaving, encountered the dragon Venomfang, who had somewhat basically told the party, "Give me the castle or I'm going to kill you." The party then fought and somehow killed this young green dragon with the help of their fairly large army. The party then, after killing the dragon, did some looting from the dragon, sent the party on the way to Phandalin, and stopped back by Thunder Tree to loot the dragon's leftover spoils in the tower. After that, the party had begun to make their way back to Phandalin to settle their debts with their army, as well as see what they want to do to proceed forward. Throughout that time, they also had... What was it? You guys did like 2 rests along the way. The rest after that. If there was anything you guys wanted to accomplish in 2 different long rests, let me know. Because you guys had 2 different 8-hour rests that you could have accomplished something in.
I don't think I had anything.
I have this broom.
Oh yeah, if you want to look into that.
We do not know what it is yet, so yes, I would like to look into that.
Okay, so after you take some time, that's the monster's manual. I'm not going to tell you what
Monster attack.
You take some time getting familiar with this broom, looking it over. After a short time with it, after reading the glyphs that are on it, that are in the language of power, which you're very familiar with as with the magical background, you realize that it is a broom of flying. After some more playing with it, you're able to figure out basically what it is, how it works, and you figure out how to basically control it. The broom weighs about 3 pounds. It can function like a mundane broom, but when you stand astride it and speak its command word, which after a few different attempts of trying to figure some different things out, going over stuff that's in the glyphs itself, you do figure out that command word, which I'll get to in a second. It hovers beneath you, and it can be ridden in the air. It has a flying speed of 50 feet, and it can carry 400 pounds. But its flying speed becomes 30 feet while carrying 200 pounds. So that's pretty much like it's encumbered, so it just moves a little slower. And the broom stops hovering when you land. You can send the broom to travel alone to a destination within 1 mile of you if you speak the command word, name the location, and are familiar with that place, and then the broom comes back to you when you speak another command word, provided that the broom is still within 1 mile of you. Pretty much you can command it to do movement like that, just saying its command word, or the command word to activate it just basically pulls it up in the air. It's a very simple word. It's just up, and the broom rises. At that point, you can pretty much give it any other commands, like go 1 mile, stuff like that, and do whatever you would with that. So pretty much over the course of the 2 different 8-hour rests is how you come with all that knowledge. Was anyone else doing anything? Also, by the way, if you haven't noticed, we only have Eric, Mitch, and Tyler with us this episode. Jacob, who's normally Lindell, he's preparing for his wedding, correct? Yeah, and who knows where Ariana is? Who knows?
Just here out of Eric's peripheral. Did we had some scrolls.
You may have. I believe Jacob had them.
Can I just take them from him and meditate on them, just so that we can get that out of the way?
You could, but he had the information written down. I don't remember what scrolls they were.
I'm pretty sure they were just 2 scrolls.
Yeah, but I told him to write something on it so that way I would know what it was. Let me
Was
see
it
if I have
the,
the info here.
Bugbear Castle or Tower?
Do what?
No, Owlbear Tower. Bleh.
What about
What is
that?
wrong with everybody tonight? We can't speak.
Where would I have written this at?
Because I wrote something down. Treasure from the Owlbear Tower.
Owlbear Tower.
Yeah, that was in the castle.
Yeah, that was in Cragmar Castle.
Oh, was that just where the broom was?
No, that was you guys went back to the tower in Thunder Tree. There were 2 scrolls in Owlbear Tower.
Okay.
Did you
Yeah.
have 2? How many do you have written down?
Not me. For me, I wrote down 2.
Okay, so you have both of those. If you want to spend each of these, since it's 2 different, you can know what you can know what those scrolls are. If you would like to do that.
Sure.
Okay, so the both the scrolls going in any order. One of them is a scroll of silence. It is, and how that spell works. That's silent.
We have the spell. Eric has the scroll.
Silent what?
I
I'm
have
sure he has this one.
I have 2 scrolls that were from the Owlbear Tower, and it's the Scroll of Silence and the Scroll of Revivify.
Oh yeah, those were okay. So we already went over
Because
those.
he identified him.
So we already identified what those were.
Okay.
So for the silence spell, it is a ritual illusion spell. You need to verify for me, Tyler, if you can look up silence and revivify in the player's handbook. See if they are under. See what class they're under. That's whoever would be able to. Anyone can use the scroll, but if anyone wants to learn the spell to actually use it,
Eric was, because we had a conversation about it.
Yeah, I was gonna try and learn them.
yeah, you just look for me and see if they're under that. While that, I'm going to see if I can find my notes on that.
Revivify is a 3rd level necromancy spell.
But what is it under? I don't know where my papers are and the stuff about that, that he had, so we can just figure that out later. Also, something else that I need to go over is for Peck, he became level 4 a little bit while back. I was working on some different stuff for him just to make him a little bit... Not trying... I've done stuff to keep him from becoming OP since I control him, but doing stuff to make him a little bit more helpful. Working on... It's a class that I found online. So Peck has basically become a pseudo-wizard, is what his class is called. He basically... he uses something, if the people at home, you can look it up. It's in the Dungeon Master's Handbook, or just Google it. It's a different variant for spellcasters. They're called spell points, is basically what he uses to cast his spells. He doesn't have spell slots, he just uses spell points because of messing with that, it just keeps him from becoming too strong. So for each cantrip that he casts, it costs him 1 spell point for each cantrip, so he cannot just cast cantrips all day and all night like a normal wizard would be able to. And it costs 2 spell points for 1st level spells, 3 for level 2, 5 for level 3. It goes up in increments, and then it will skip a number every couple of them. His spellcasting ability is 10. His save DC is 10. He has a +2 to his spell attack bonus. At his current level of 4, the highest level spell that he can cast is a level 2 spell. And at his current level of 4, he has 17 total spell points that he regains every long rest. For the spells that he received, I gave him 2 additional cantrips to get him to the... Because when you create a wizard, you start with 3 cantrips and 6 first level spells. So what I gave him instead was 3 cantrips and 3 first level spells. If he ever wants any more as a dragon, he will have to find himself a spell book or make himself one to, just as dragons are naturally magical and can cast spells without books like older dragons. A young dragon doesn't really have spells, but if you ever come across an ancient dragon or an older dragon, they're going to be able to cast spells that they just know from memory. That's basically how Peck works with these 6 spells, but if he ever wants to know any more, he's going to have to get a book. But that's all stuff Peck is planning to work on in the future. His spells, his cantrips are Firebolt, Mage Hand, and Blade Ward, and his first level spells are Unseen Servant, Chromatic Orb, and Charm Person. Yeah. So, if there is not anything else that we need to go over, I don't believe there is. You didn't have anything you were working on, Tyler?
I don't have anything.
Okay, then, so yeah, we were basically, you guys, after that, you guys headed back to Phandalin. You guys made it back there pretty easily, nothing. You guys made it back into Phandalin, and now that you're back within the city's borders, what would you guys like to do?
Let's see. I still haven't put the scrolls into my spell book.
You have not.
I don't believe. So, I think I always forget what the heck is in this town. Is there a library? I think we said no.
There is not.
Okay. Is there in the tavern? Would it be too rowdy for me to go find a dark corner with a single candle and just study these scrolls and transcribe them over to my?
You probably. You'd most likely be able to. It's right now. It's about by the time you guys get back, it's probably about noonish. Not many people would be in the tavern around this time. You'd be able to find a secluded area in the back corner if you wanted to do that. It would take you a couple of hours per scroll to do the transferring, though.
Okay, I'm gonna head to a general store first. So.
Okay, so the first one is as soon as you enter the town, there's Baratheon's Provisions. You guys, this is where you guys when you first came to the town.
The guy who hates you.
He doesn't hate you. He just.
But he hates you. The guy who doesn't know why you keep coming back to the store.
But I keep coming back, so maybe one day.
Keep coming back.
Either one day I'll learn, or one day he'll like me.
Who knows?
Probably.
So that's pretty much the first place you cross when you go in. Or you said you're heading in there.
I am.
And Peck kind of flutters after you, kind of lands on your shoulder, and comes in with you. Is anyone else following Eric inside, or what are you guys heading to do?
I want to go talk to, what's his name? What's his name? I'm trying to look up his name.
All right. Well, while you're figuring that out, Mitchell, is there anything of importance you're trying to accomplish?
Yes, I want to go to like a armorsmith person so I can turn this dragon skull that I have into a helmet.
Okay. There is a. Is there? Yeah. There's a smithy right across the street from Baratheon. You can go in there and confer with him.
Sweet.
Saladar.
You want to talk? Okay. You can head to Saladar. He most likely would probably be able to find him in the townmaster's house. That's at least probably a good place to start.
Yeah, that's where I was gonna go.
All right, so you head in there. Eric, you make it into the provision store. As you walk in, it's the same area you've been to. A bunch of shelves stocked with different out-and-in trinkets. Baratheon himself stands behind the little counter at the store, just kind of busying himself with a little notebook, writing stuff down, kind of counting stuff that he has on his shelf, stuff like that. As you walk in, he kind of looks up and... what can I do for you?
Eldak's gonna kind of chuckle, like I just did, and say, "Well, I came back to see an old friend."
Where is he?
You, I'm speaking.
Oh, me, of course, yes.
Yes.
How may I assist you?
Well, I'd like to see what kind of wares you have.
Is there anything in particular you're looking for?
Well, actually, I wanted to sell some things as well.
Well, that is a good place to start. What might you have that you are willing to sell?
Well, I have... Oh, what was it? I just had it.
I do not know. I don't know what you have. It's kind of what I was asking.
He hates you.
Shoot.
He just, he's just like, come on, talk.
You are to him that Lindell is to Haman.
Real quick, I have... Oh, never mind. That's something else. Okay, I'm gonna take out the book of lore that I have in my backpack. I'm gonna present it to him, and I'm gonna say, "I noticed you don't have a library in your town."
What book of lore are you referring to?
It's something I start with.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't remember that. Gotcha.
I really don't have any use for it. So I present it to him, and I say, "I noticed you don't have a library in your town. So I figured the next best place to sell this book would be in the general store."
And what is this book? What is its meaning?
Well, it's just a simple book that talks about the lore of mystical creatures across the land and stories that are told from young and old.
I can give you a gold piece for it.
What if we say 2 gold pieces?
I'll give you a gold and 10 silver.
All right.
Leave? Why would you do that?
Have a good day, sir. And I grab the book and I walk out.
As you start to turn away, Peck jumps from your shoulder and lands on the table, on the counter, and he looks up at him. As he does that, Baratheon kind of flinches back, and Peck kind of like nods at him and he kind of like looks at you. Your back's to him. He sends you a quick image, and you just hear a short word that says, "Wait." That comes across your brain.
And I'm gonna turn around quizzically and say, Peck, is there something of interest?
Peck's gonna start shaking his head. He's gonna send you. He then sends you a mental image of like something akin to like a small little pouch or something like a small leather piece, something like that he thinks would be proportionate to his size.
Small leather pouch. Would you like me to buy something for you?
He starts nodding his head vigorously.
I'm gonna walk up to Baratheon and say, "Is there I know this is going to sound odd. Is there a small leather pouch that you might have with something in it? Maybe not."
I don't really have any small pouches. I have just leather. If that's what are you looking for?
Well, let me ask my friend here. Peck, would you like me to buy you something to make a pouch?
And he starts nodding his head.
Yes. See, that makes more sense. You have leather, you said.
Yes. Well, what are you trying to make? I would not be able to make it, but possibly the smithy across the street. He's good with leather. He might be able to fashion you something. How big of it are you trying to get?
I'd say something that would fit the size of my friend here.
Okay, one piece of leather should do for that. He reaches in. He reaches in the back under one of the right behind him. He has a big cabinet, different stuff on it. He pulls out one of the drawers. He pulls out a piece of leather. It's probably about 5 feet by 5 feet is the bit of leather. He's like, this is about as much as I have. I'll run you 5 gold pieces.
Sounds reasonable.
He kind of hands it to you, and he puts his hand out and takes the gold from you. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
I believe that's it, my friend. Hope to see you again under better circumstances, perhaps.
I am always hoping for that.
I'm going to lean in real quick and say, besides money, is there anything that, I don't know, you're interested in?
He kind of takes a step back,
No.
and he kind of looks at you. He's like, I'm married.
No. And then I'm going to look over the Peck and kind of shake my head and say, I'm just trying to be friendly. I don't know. Is there a bottle of ale that you would like that you can't perhaps get in these parts?
I do not want to join you at the tavern. I appreciate the offer, but I am okay.
Thank you so much.
My. Well, I hope one day you can understand me.
I would hope so as well. That would be a mighty day.
Come on, Peck. Let's leave this godforsaken place.
Peck kind of looks up at Baratheon and kind of gives as much as he could, kind of a odd shrug of his shoulders, and then leaps off of the counter onto your back.
We're gonna head over to the smithy.
Which Mitch has been inside of for a few short minutes. So Mitch, as you walk into the smithy, you're greeted by a bit of a warm of heat that comes over you as you open the door. The forge is roaring with a fire. A man stands over, very muscular man, very in shape. He's clearly been doing this for a very long time. He stands over an anvil that's next to the forge where he's just pounding with a hammer. He brings it up, pounds into the piece of metal. He's clearly working this metal into something as he pounds away on it.
Pardon me, sir.
Ah. Hello. How may I assist you?
I wish to have a piece commissioned from you.
Ah, I don't get many commissions around these parts. What is it that you would like made?
I'm going to pull out the dragon skull, set it on like the counter next to him, and just see what he does.
A dragon skull? How did you come across this?
I vanquished the beast myself.
That is very impressive. Sadly, if you want any work done with this, I would not be the one to do it. I have enough pride among myself to know what I can and cannot work with. I have never worked with dragon material before, and I am afraid that I might break it. If you're going to any of the major holds, that you might be able to find someone there. My old master that taught me before, I believe he now sits in Goldcrest, is very skilled. He may have a way he can assist you.
Thank you for your time. And I'm going to flip him a gold piece.
Do what?
I'm going to flip him a gold piece.
He grabs you. Thank you. Have a nice day. As you kind of
You
do
as
that,
well.
is Eric kind of comes strolling in with Peck on his back. Eric, you see this. Sargus kind of standing next to this guy as he's just flipped him a gold piece.
Okay.
And he turns. 2 customers in one day.
Indeed, sir. I see my friend Sargus has found you.
Ah, yes. How may I
Well,
assist you?
I have 2 requests, and one might be similar to his. I hope that I haven't been too late to find out bad news. But my first one, I am pretty sure you'd be very skilled in doing so.
What might I do to help you today?
Charisma, right?
Well, I have this piece of leather here, and you see my friend on my shoulder, don't you?
Peck kind of raises his front paw and gives like a wave. Ah, a pseudo-dragon. You don't see many of
Yes.
those around here.
Well, I had never seen one before either. He's a great pal. Anyways, so this piece of leather that I have, and I'll present it to him, I would like you to fashion this into a pouch that would suit his size, and I'm not quite sure what he wants it for, but
Kind of looking at, he takes the leather for you, kind of looking over, nodding his head at it. Does he have a name?
his name is Peck.
Peck, might you jump over here for a moment where I can take your measurements? Peck kind of looks at him, regards him, kind of gives a side eye to Sargus, and then kind of leaps over and lands on the table next to him. The man kind of strodes over and he picks up it's this long piece of fashioned together rope. It's very cleanly done. There's some different markings on it every so often that represent inches and feet and all that fun stuff. He brings it over to Peck and he kind of starts pulling around. He looks at him and he's like, would you have it as a backpack or a pouch hanging from your neck? Peck kind of gives him a look and kind of looks back to Eldak, and he kind of like lifts his shoulder in a shrug. He goes, I feel like something around your neck might be easier for you to access. Peck kind of goes, yeah, sure, whatever. So he takes some more measurements. He goes over to the piece of leather and he takes a writing utensil and he starts making some marks on the leather. I won't need this whole piece of leather, but I should be able to fashion something out of this. Come back.
Eldek's going to interrupt real quick, and he's going to say, obviously, if you have something else in mind, but Eldek's going to say, perhaps a backwards backpack, more like a chest pack, so that he can reach down with his face and reach inside.
That's actually a good idea. I feel like that might be very agreeable. What do you think, Peck? Peck kind of nods his head. He's like, he makes a couple of different measurements, kind of like gets rid of some of the charcoal markings he's made on the leather, kind of makes some different markings. Yes, I feel like this would work. Come back to me in a few hours and I should have something done for you. Rather simple. It'll only cost you 10 gold pieces.
10 gold shall be fine. Do you mind if I pay you after it's done, or do you want half up front, half after?
After is fine.
All right. I have one more request for you.
Yes.
I have this dragon tail spike,
Yes.
and I'm going to pull it out. It's about 3 inches long, and I'm going to my spell book is decently sized. I don't know, probably.
It's like the roughly size of a large tome, about the size of a normal book that you'd find.
Yes, and it has like arcanic, markings all around it. But I'm going to ask the smithy. I'm going to say, I would like to embed this this spike into the front, almost as an emblem. Is that something you might be able to do?
That is something that is far beyond my capabilities. You might be better off looking for someone who is such as a magical crafter, someone who is gifted in the magical arts. As I was telling your friend, Sargus here, in Goldcrest, as one of the major holds, you would most likely be able to find someone of this talent, or in any of the other holds you stop by.
Well, I thank you for your time anyways.
Yes. Well, I shall see you in a few hours then. Peck, it was nice to meet you. Peck kind of gives him a nod and then leaps back up onto your shoulder. So Tyler, you, after a few short strides as you pass through the town, you don't really come across too many people. You see some different guards walking off in the distance, not really close enough to make out if one of them may be Dirio or Restra, but you just see them moving around as you make your way to the town master's hall. And you reach it, you kind of open the door and step inside. Saladar sits behind the desk, writing. Next to him, not like right next to him at the desk, but kind of like over in his area, sitting at at the nearby table, is Gundred, sitting there. They're kind of in the middle of a discussion as Saladar continues to write, occasionally looking up. Seems they're discussing. That was a weird sound. The possible future of the town of Fanlin, as well as making their way to Wave Echo Cave.
I'd like to wait and listen.
Saladar's all like, I understand you, Gundred, but we must wait for the people that have assisted us so far before we start to make our way to Wave Echo Cave. And Gundred's like, but we need to go to find my brothers. We have to make sure they're safe. Oh, Theron, hello.
I should have stealthed.
You should have, probably.
Hello.
How are you? Are you ready to go to Wave Echo Cave?
Almost, my friend. We'll get there soon. Probably by at least tomorrow, if not, then the next day.
Yes. Saladar kind of. How may we help you, Theron?
I know you guys just got back to town, and I know you're still doing, you're preparing. I just want to know the state of this village.
In what regard?
Like, are you their leader now? Like, what's the deal with it?
I, as a ranking member of the Lords of Alliance, have temporarily taken hold on it, as decreed by the Emperor, until such a time that this town can hold its own voting for its new town master. I do not mean to sit here.
And what of Cragmar Castle?
Well, I suppose
Will it
that
just remain abandoned for bandits to take hold, or
at this current time it sits as it is. I am currently writing to the governor of the hold that it falls into to see what they would have done with it. I'm sure they will send some of their men to guard it and hold it until such a time that we can do some good with it.
I just didn't want us to we have gone through all that trouble for it to just wind up back in the same state that it was prior to us.
It
Come
hopefully
to it.
should not.
It's better than the dragon having it, right?
It is indeed. I've written a letter to the governor of New Crest Hill, and I have urged him to send guard there so we can reclaim it. I do not know what he will plan to do with the castle, though.
And what of the group of companions we put together?
They have arrived back home and gone back.
They've all gone their separate ways.
They are within the town. Rayadoth still sits in the town. I believe Ander has gone on to handle more stuff for the Emerald Enclave.
He'd probably want to keep himself busy.
I would imagine he would. After the passing of Jasmel. He has...
What about the other members of the Lord's Alliance?
Brain had to move on. She had a very odd message come from the uppers in Crest Hill. I'm not sure what it concerned. I am currently helping here in Phandalin. They did not request my assistance, but she was recalled for something that's happening over, I believe, in Holden. I'm not sure.
What of Sister Garley and Quaylen Elderly?
I believe they have returned to their homes.
They're just here. Okay. Have you seen any of the hired men? Dirio, Westra, Balazar?
Dirio and Restra have returned to their roles as the city guard. He looks over at a piece of paper. I believe they are currently on watch. And Balazar, when I last saw him, he was in the tavern.
Okay. Can you tell me where they're currently guarding?
Let's see here. Westra is currently guarding near the south entrance towards the Miner's Trail. And I believe Dirio is over somewhere near Stonehill Inn, maybe. That's at least where they were stationed. They kind of roam.
Okay. I have to go see them about some stuff. But keep me in the loop with Cragmar Castle. I'd like to know what happens to it.
If I hear anything while you're here, I will let you know. If not, I will attempt to find a way to send word to you. Do you guys have a home office of sorts?
We are originally stationed from the Adventurers Guild in Gold's Crest.
The Golden Company, yes. If you have moved on, by the time I hear anything, I will send word to the Golden Company.
I'm sure we'll have a forwarding address.
I would not know.
Okay. Well, it's been a pleasure seeing you guys, and don't worry, we're gonna leave within the next couple days. Just set the tavern tonight, and we'll discuss it.
Gundren kind of goes, thank you. I wish I could join you, but I am still not feeling up to it. But bring my best wishes to my brothers if you find them. And please, find them.
I'm going to bow and leave.
Okay. So this time everyone's pretty much handled up with you stuff. You guys kind of come out and kind of meet up amongst yourselves in the town square. What more would you like to accomplish?
I want to go pay everyone.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
I need to zoom in there. My thing was really zoomed out. 18?
What was the number?
18.
18. Yeah. You find Westra pretty easily. She's stationed pretty much right at the entrance to the Miner's Trail. Kind of just hanging out there. It's at the south of town, past the past like where the woodworker was, where Sargus had gotten his horse. You find her stationed there. As you approach, she kind of looks. Guys, hey, how are you guys? It's been a day.
It's been a day. It's been a great day.
It has.
We've got a lot of good stuff. It's been great. Your payment.
Yes, my payment.
Since you guys kind of left, you didn't really seem like you wanted it, so I didn't know if
Well,
you still wanted it. If you
you
don't
you
want
guys
it,
kind of told us to head on back here. I didn't know if you guys were like heading straight for the cave. I didn't know.
I mean, if it was me, I would have asked for payment.
Well, we were just listening. We didn't
You're
know if we
very
were
good.
done. We were just told to come back. We didn't know if, like, what you were doing with us. We didn't know if we were continuing on. What?
Okay. Well, do you remember your price?
Yes, it was 5 gold a day, I believe.
And how many days were you with me?
2 days.
So 10 gold.
Yes.
You wish for... Okay. I give her 10 gold.
It was 2 days.
Okay.
Why are you looking at it like that? Like,
I have written down 10 gold a day.
was it? I believe. Okay. Well, she
I
sucks.
have it written down 10 gold a day.
I guess she misremembered.
I guess she did.
We'll see if the
But
dice helps Dirio remember.
I mean, we can see if... I don't want to be mean to her. I'll be like, listen. Because she's nice. It was 10 gold a day.
Oh, yeah, it was.
10 gold a
Yeah,
day.
it was.
It was. Here's the additional 10.
She kind of takes it from you. Thank you. I'm glad we could help. If you ever need me again to fight a dragon, don't need me.
I was going to say, I hope I don't see one for a long time.
Yeah. I'm gonna get back. And she kind of
Alright,
turns
good
and
day.
continues on her route.
Guys, that was really awkward.
Do what?
I turned to everyone else and I'm like, guys, that was really awkward.
Pet kind of like nods his head at you. Yeah. No one else says anything because they just kind of stand there, it seems like.
Okay,
I mean,
we'll walk on here.
Eldek's kind of just thinking about other things. He's thinking about the scrolls, how he's going to put them into his spell book. So he's absent-minded at this point.
All right. With your make another investigation check if you wouldn't mind.
23.
Takes you about 5 minutes as you walk back over towards Stonehill Inn and all that stuff. You like basically turn a corner and almost like smack into Dirio. He kind of steps back. Oh, it's you. You're here for my payment, aren't you?
Actually, no, I was just coming to see how are you. How are you, man?
I am doing well. My pockets are a little empty, but otherwise I'm good.
Oh, your sister has your payment.
Does she though?
She does.
And where was she at?
She's over by the wall.
Make a deception check.
Natural 20.
Well, I guess I will go find that. I might as well check that area, see if she's doing okay.
Yeah, might as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome. As he turns, I'm gonna pickpocket him and I'm gonna place his money in his pocket.
Make a sleight of hand check.
That wasn't great. Where's my sleight of hand? I'm proficient in it.
Okay, well, cool.
So I rolled a 4. Proficiency adds a 4. And then do I get my proficiency bonus on it?
Your proficiency bonus is already added because it's 4.
Oh, so 8
Because sleight of hand takes your what's your dexterity bonus?
plus 2.
Yeah, so your proficiency is a +2, so it adds those and it makes it a 4.
Okay, 8.
Yeah, so you get an 8. As you start to he quickly pulls his hand back and catches your wrist.
Hey, man.
And what are you doing?
I was just playing a prank on you. I was putting your money. I opened my hand and show him the gold.
And
I
he snatches the gold with his other hand before he lets go of your wrist. Remind me not to work for you again.
No, check your... Okay, sure. Have a good day.
Yes.
Tell your sister I said hi.
I will not. And he turns and continues to walk.
Guys, these people, am I right?
Is it these people or is it you?
I continue to the place.
Okay,
The
with
tap.
the rest of your party just walking behind you saying nothing.
Awkwardly silent, going on me with my
Very
sword.
silent, not saying a word. Mitchell may be frozen for all we know.
He's not.
Eldek had to blow his nose.
Yeah. So you head into the tavern. Not many people are in there right now. There's a couple of there's a sturdy dwarf over in the corner.
Oh, is Garrett in here?
Drinking himself. I said dwarf, I didn't say halfling. Yes.
No, I said Garrett. That's
Yes.
what I'm asking.
That's what I meant to say. It's Garrett.
Oh.
He drinking himself as a Balazar. You see him sitting to a table, not with Garrett, but nearby, as he watches him from afar, watching the tavern. There's a man at the bar, as per usual, cleaning a cup that never seems to completely clean. It seems to just always be dirty.
It's a special cup.
As a few other patriots are around in the bar, just kind of sitting around drinking, talking. Not many people are in the tavern at this time of day.
I'll walk over to Sargus. Here's Balazar's money. I hand him 40 gold. Or, no, 40 gold. It's 10 a day.
Yeah.
I subtracted it, it's 20 gold.
Yep, there you go.
I give him 20 gold. You go pay him, because I feel like you like him more. And then I walk towards Garrett.
Okay. Sargus, what would you like to do?
I'm going to pay the lizard.
Alright, so
All of it's from us.
you make your way over to Balazar. He's currently sitting with a strong mug in front of him. Makes a sip of it as he sees you approaching. Ah, Sargus, come, sit. How are you?
I'm good, friend.
Friend of friends.
How did
I
you...
have something for you.
Ah, what is that?
I'm going to give him the money.
He takes it from you. Ah, gold, my favorite part. Kind of puts it in his pocket.
Indeed.
How fared the dragon's loot?
There was some, but the beast took most of it.
Well, I'm glad you were fortunate in getting what you got. If you ever need my help again, feel free to call on me.
As you wish.
He kind of sits there. He turns to the barman and he waves a hand. Bring a drink for my friend. And he turns to you. He goes, "It is on me." The barman,
With the money you just gave me.
kind of walks over and he sets down a tall pint of ale in front of you. Balazar kind of counts out a couple of pieces of silver and hands them to him. The guy walks way back to cleaning his glass. And you guys kind of sit there and drink together.
Woohoo!
Tyra, you make your way over to Garrett. As you approach this, he is thoroughly drunk as he continues to drink as he plays his instrument. He's singing. And the men, they fought the dragon. They stabbed it with their knives.
Yeah.
Oh, Theron! Hello! How
I
are
have my arms
you?
crossed. Yeah, I'm good. How are you, buddy?
I am doing wonderful after fighting a dragon. What more
You
is
look
there
like-
to do than drink?
Yeah. I don't know. I just came to hear about this song you wrote about us. I heard a
is-
little bit of it right there. It was pretty good.
Yes, it is great.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah. How you feel after taking a cast? Garrett the warrior. more
Drunk.
like, the warrior bard.
Am I yelling? I feel like I'm yelling.
No, you're talking very quiet.
Oh, shit. Is this better?
Yeah, it's much better.
The barman kind of looks over at him. I've told you, if you don't quiet down, I'm going to kick you out. I'm sorry.
I don't know what he's on about. You're being really quiet, to be honest.
I don't know either. He's been on my case. I don't think he likes my singing.
Does he know that you killed a dragon?
Did you know that I killed a dragon? I don't care.
Wow. He's just jealous.
I'm sure he is. I can... Just goes back to cleaning his...
Well, I just wanted to let you know we're gonna be continuing on our adventures. If you ever happen to see us, feel free to write us. Adventures Guild, Goldcrest. Here's
yes.
our address in case you want to come hang out.
I'm
be in
actually... What were we talking about?
We were talking about how you really wanted to pay me for taking you on that great trip.
Make a persuasion check.
He's drunk.
Does he get advantage because he's drunk?
Disadvantage because he's drunk.
No advantage.
No, Garrett will have disadvantage on his roll for it.
13.
Ah, yes. How much did I owe you for that? 5 gold, right? 10 gold, 1 gold.
I think
2
it was
gold,
20.
3 gold, 4 gold, 5 gold, and he continues to start strumming his instrument.
It was about 60 gold.
60? What?
Yeah, you were pretty like you were. I was. You originally wanted to give me 100, but I was like, man, 60's really fine. So you were gonna give me 60 gold.
I don't remember this.
I remember Eldak. Do you remember this, correct?
Eldek's going to lean in and say, I believe that money was discussed.
Oh, that's true. I don't have that much on me.
How about you just give me 20 and we'll call it even?
That sounds fair.
It does sound
And
fair.
he reaches into the pouch next to him, and he pulls out, and he slams the money down in front of you, and he goes back to strumming, singing about gold. You pick it up and you count 20 silver pieces.
Dang it. I take it anyways. Good day, Garrett.
Have a good day! And as he does that, he makes a wide gesture with his hands, and he falls off the back of his stool onto the ground, kicking the table. His drink goes flying. The barman goes, all right, you're done. Go. Garrett kind of looks, but my room's here. Go to your room. Just go. Garrett kind of stands up and sheepishly collects his things and heads towards the staircase.
Well, Eldak is going to kind of just, at this whole situation, he's going to kind of shake his head, look at Peck and say, do you think it's high time we go to, I don't know, that table over there, pointing over to the corner with some candles, and say, and transcribe some scrolls?
Peck kind of takes a leap from you and, with one flap, lands on the table next to you. What kind of, as you come over, Peck kind of sends a questioning image. What type of books do you have on you other than your spell book?
I have my main spell book, which is my Dream Shadow. And then I have a second spell book that only has some of my spells I transcribed over.
Yeah,
I have them marked. I have a ritual book that I transcribed the spells over to my regular spell book already. There was only 2 in there.
Yeah, anything else?
And I have a Dwarvish book that is called the Journal of Ermon. That's all I know about it.
He's going to request that you lay it down in front of him.
You want me to lay down the Dwarvish Journal?
You just hear a slight, yes, study.
So, are you saying instead of the scrolls, or would you
No.
like to study the Dwarvish book?
Yes.
Ah, I see. Well, I think the table is big enough, and I'm going to set down the journal, the Dwarvish Journal, in front of him, and I'll start going. I'll start learning and transcribing the scroll Revivify.
Okay, so Peck kind of just uses his hand and kind of like brushes it open to a random page. He knows nothing about Dwarvish. He was hoping for, and he's just gonna have to look at it if we ever find something that's written in common, because Peck's kind of wanting to learn more words and stuff. He knows very basic words, but he's gonna start looking at Dwarvish. It's gonna be very difficult because he knows nothing about it, but because you have it and he wants to look at something, that's what he's gonna do. He's not gonna learn it anytime soon, though. Alright, while you're doing that, is there anything else anyone wants to accomplish immediately?
No.
Okay, so time passes, you guys kind of relax in there. Sargus and Balazar kind of are trading war stories and just typical stuff. Not drinking heavily, just kind of take a sip here and there, unless Sargus would want to get intentionally drunk. Balazar is kind of taking it easy. Theron, who knows what he's doing. Peck continues to read. As Eldak, you continue to transcribe or transfer over your the scrolls. It starts to get about dark. You get one of them completely transferred. How many did you have? You just had the 2, right? Revivify and Silence.
Yeah.
Which one are you working on first?
Revivify.
You get Revivify transferred over into your book, and you have that.
All right.
Tyler, were you saying you were wanting to meet Saladar in the bar that night?
Gundred.
You wanted to meet Gundred in the bar?
Yeah.
Alright, just Gundred?
Well, we were just gonna go over, but he had already said he wasn't coming anyway, so it didn't matter.
So were you planning on meeting either of them? I can't remember what you said.
No, I was gonna meet Gundred about leaving, but he said he wasn't gonna go, so it doesn't matter when we leave.
Okay. So yeah, time passes if you guys want to go into the night not doing anything else.
Eldek, that broom.
Yes.
What is it?
Oh yes, I almost forgot. I almost forgot.
I didn't forget.
Eldek's gonna he had it strapped to his back. He's gonna pull it out and he's gonna look at it and he's gonna say that he's gonna do this like he's like it's some ancient legend, and just because he's so enthralled with finding things out, and he's gonna tell Theron, he's going to say, "This broom is a broom of flying. It allows you to fly.
To walk. At extreme
more than that.
speed.
You can also command it to fly and do other things for you. It can also carry some weight. Not too much, but some weight."
So, are you gonna be a witch with that broom, or?
I was thinking of burning it.
Oh.
I'm just kidding, Theron. I'm just kidding. Actually, I wanted to give it to one of you. I just wasn't sure who it would best belong to.
One of us, meaning me or Peck, because Peck can already fly.
Peck kind of looks up from the dwarvish that he's just staring at. A page has yet to turn in the hours he's been here, and he looks up and he kind of, yes, take, and he kind of reaches out a hand.
No.
Well, it seems as if our little friend would like it.
He says it, and you hear it in your head. Do you still say that?
Did I hear it?
Yes, you both hear it in your head.
He talked.
And and he looks at you.
I don't like that.
Peck kind of looks back to Eldak and raises a hand and points at Theron. So he.
Stop it.
Eldek's gonna say, "Well, Theron, I actually didn't realize he was speaking to us.
He actually.
That's actually,
Can I
that's
butt
actually fantastic, Peck. Good job, buddy."
He's the harbinger
Yes.
of our destruction.
No.
I'm gonna butt in.
Yes.
Okay, butt in. Just do it.
I hear you have a broom that can fly. I wonder if it can make my horse fly with it.
Where is your horse?
Your horse is when you brought it in, you stabled it at there's not really a stable in this town, but you kind of just like have it tied up.
It's like an old western. You just find a spot and tie it up.
Pretty much.
Eldek's gonna say, "Yes, I do have a broom that can fly, and you know what? A flying horse might be perfect."
We just strap it. Like, okay, here's what we do. We get some rope. We put the broom on the back of the horse, and then someone sits on the horse.
Well, I have a better idea than tying the broom to the
I
horse.
was imagining you putting the broom under the horse, like under its underbelly, and tying it that way is what I was picturing.
Well,
Okay,
and the horse
Eldak
flying
was
the broom.
thinking something much more appropriate than using rope.
What were you gonna do?
Never mind, it doesn't seem to be a popular suggestion.
Okay. Pet kind of turns back to the book and continues to stare at it and hoping to gather some knowledge from it.
Well, as I was saying before, I was wondering who I should give this broom to, and it's come down to Athena.
Athena is a Greek goddess.
Athena's a Greek goddess.
You do
It
not
came
know of
down-
her.
It came down between Asina and you, Theron.
Who, during all this time, Asina's kind of been following you guys around, hasn't been doing too much. She's kind of been playing with Cloud and all that. While you guys have been doing your stuff, she's been outside, playing around with Cloud, teaching him, helping train with him with different things. And at this point, she's just been sitting near you guys, kind of drinking her drink as Cloud kind of sits next to her, kind of drinking out of a bowl that the barman gave her.
Eldek's going to look away from Asina and look at Theron and
Who
say,
knows what Lyndall's doing?
Yeah.
He's there. He's hanging out.
He's reading.
Eldek's going to look... Yeah, probably. Eldek's going to look away from Asina and Cloud and say, but she does have her hands full. I doubt she would want to leave her pup on the ground. So, Theron, do you want the broom of flying?
I already took it.
No, you didn't.
Roll a sleight of hand check. No, roll a sleight of hand check, Tyler.
Ooh, that was really good. I rolled an 18. Let's see what bonuses I'll add to it, Eric. Sleight of hand. +4, Eric. We've realized that from the whole money trick.
Eldak, you then look into your hand and realize that the broom is no longer there as Theron stands in front of you, kind of clutching it behind his back.
I say, thank you very much in Elvish, and I walk out the door, and I say, Sargus!
Peck kind of, you don't understand Elvish, do you, Eric?
No, I understand Common and Draconic.
Peck looks at you and a phrase comes across your mind that says, he think. And he goes back to
Don't like that!
Peck understands Elvish.
Eldek is going to look down at Peck and say, he must be careful messing with a magical being.
He looks at you, kind of nods his head, and goes back to his book.
That he can't read.
It's Sargus following
No,
me.
he is trying. He in the time which I need to make a check for him. And we'll say this has roughly been about 4 hours. Oh, that was actually a pretty good roll. I'll do a... I don't know what kind of check this would be. I guess just a straight intelligence. So it's just... His intelligence is +0. So he rolled a 17. So he is starting to realize that these are definitely words. It takes a really long time to learn a new language, which Peck knows none of Dwarvish. So he is... He's at like, if this was like 100% bar, he's at like 1%.
Cool. Do I have to attune to this?
No.
I can just use it?
You can try. Did
Cool.
Did Eldak tell you the command word?
He just ran off with it. He didn't give me a chance to.
He didn't. But, so, I'm outside right now. I don't know if Sargus followed me.
I guess so.
Sargus.
Okay, so you run outside. The sun is starting to set. There are no city guard nearby. You take the broom and you're kind of looking at it. And what would you like to do with it?
Sargus, where's your horse?
Your horse is tied up pretty close by.
I'm going to drunkenly point towards my horse.
Oh, are you drunk now? Okay.
Yeah, just a little bit.
He kind of stumbles over. You didn't realize it when you were sitting, but as you stood up, it kind of all came to you. You kind of stumble, and you point one way, and then you kind of your hand kind of starts to drift, and then you point at it. Yeah.
Okay, I run over to the horse, and I pull out some rope. I set the broom on the back of the horse, and I wrap it around. I tie
Make
it.
an animal handling check.
My horse
Also,
might
I like how I told
kick
him
you.
that it can
3.
handle a little bit of weight,
Did you say 3?
and he tries.
I said 3.
The horse starts to buck and starts going crazy when you start playing with this rope on.
Eldak, help me!
I'm still inside the tavern.
Make a
I'm
dexterity
going
saving
to-
throw, Tyler.
Sargus!
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh crap. Am I drunk? 6.
6. The horse rears back and kicks into you with its back legs. You go flying and land on the ground. and you take 6 points of damage.
Ow.
Ouch. That's very painful. I'm gonna calm down my horse.
Make a animal handling check.
Good thing I'm proficient.
We're just gonna have to put it down.
No, we aren't.
Your
Put
broom
you
is
down.
also still lazily tied to it. It's not really tightened, but it's still hanging on it.
That would be a 20, but not natural.
Okay, you gotta come over and you start soothing it as you kind of start petting it. Kind of calms down, and it stops, and it kind of looks over to Theron as he's coming up from the ground. It gives a little snort at him and goes, "Brr." And he
Animals
kinda looks
don't like me. So I walk up and I tighten the rope. Secure is the broom secure to the back of this horse?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay, I'm gonna say, fly.
The horse kind of just continues to stare at you.
I'm gonna say, go.
This is what I imagine right now. This is Spider-Man 1, Tobey Maguire.
That's what I was doing. Go ahead, but I wanted to do hand motions. That's what I was doing. That's what this is.
Go, Web, go! Fly!
I'm just saying a bunch of words that aren't working.
Make an intelligence check. Straight intelligence.
14.
After about 10 minutes of shouting random phrases, just random stuff ranging from stuff that would be associated with flight to like just like diamond, coal, Sargus,
Zanzibar.
Zanzibar. Then you finally come across the word fly. It seems,
Took me a while to get to that one. You
seems a
think
very
it'd be one of the
simple
first
word,
ones I used.
but it took you a very long time to get to it. Or no, that's not even the word.
It's up.
It's up, yeah.
Up.
And then after fly, you go up, and the broom.
I say down at some point. It's very confusing.
The broom rises. The broom pulling the horse. How much does a horse weigh? Horse doesn't weigh. Horse weighs less
It
than
weighs
400
a
pounds.
lot.
Do what?
It weighs a
The
lot.
horse probably weighs maybe about 300, 400 pounds.
The broom rises, pulling the horse, and rises roughly a few inches off the ground.
I'm gonna say down,
Nothing happens.
up, off.
Nothing. Actually, come back. Nothing happens.
It doesn't go up in the air?
Nothing moved to begin with.
Oh.
Make a I don't know what that would call. What'd you roll?
I rolled a 16.
I'm gonna say that's enough. Whatever it would have been. Horse way too much.
Eldak cuts off Peck by this point from reading the book and says, Peck, I'm sorry, but I think we should rejoin our companions. And slowly, non-aggressively shuts the book and puts it back in, his inventory.
That kind of looks at you understandingly and
Sargus?
jumps up and flies outside.
Sargus, I
And
think
then
you're
I
supposed to
walk
be
outside.
I'm gonna untie the rope, and I'm gonna hold it in my hand like this.
As you start to untie it, Eldak kind of makes his way out. Peck comes flying out the door as Eldak comes walking out behind him, and they Eldak, you come out of the sight of Tyler standing hunched over the horse with rope. He's untying it, but from what you can tell, he's just doing something with the horse with the broom. As Sargus stands next to him, petting the horse's neck, trying to keep it calm.
I also kind of have a bloody nose.
He does.
Theron, so how do you like the broom?
It's pretty good. It made this horse fly. It was pretty incredible.
It didn't.
It did.
Okay, I'm just making sure you're aware. You can say whatever you want, but just so it didn't.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
It flew.
The horse flew.
Yeah, it went a few inches. No, it didn't go super high. It went just a few feet off the ground, and it kind of hovered.
A few feet, yes.
Mhm.
So, you ran out before I was able to mention to you. This broom can only handle a very small amount of weight.
Oh.
And I didn't even tell you the command word for it.
I figured it out eventually.
Oh, yes? What is
See,
it?
watch. Up.
Nothing happened. Well,
Fly.
As you say that, you've tightened it enough. The broom lifts off, pulling away from the rope, and hovers a couple inches above the horse as the rope kind of unfails and falls off.
Yeah, see? I made it fly.
Can I do a perception to see how he reacts to it?
Make an insight check.
Insight it is. Okay. Where the heck? 17.
Yeah, he's
Want me to
there's
roll
something fishy
deception?
here.
I roll a deception. I'm all about it.
So do I know that he's kind of hiding?
Yeah,
or
you
he's
feel like he
reacting?
is hiding something.
Now, Deck, I do have a question for you.
Uh-huh.
How do I make it come back? It's like just out of my reach, and I'm like, how do I
No,
make it come
I mean it isn't. It's barely above the horse.
Can I
Oh,
think
in my
to
head, I'm
Peck?
imagining it like just out of my reach.
Nah.
I'm going to think to Peck to say, hop on that broom and go.
Peck looks at you, and Peck flies over. He wraps both of his legs around the broom, and he just takes off in the broom and starts just flying around. Let's make a check for him. Ooh, nice. He just starts doing like rolls in the air. He's doing barrel rolls with it.
He kills everyone because I'm the dungeon master.
He then flies down in next to Sargus. As he gets close to the ground, he lets go and puts his claws on the ground. And as he touches down, the broom drops and falls motionless on the ground, and he flops back up into the air as the broom lays down next to Sargus, unmoving.
I walk over and I pick up the stupid broom
Okay.
and I say, up.
How are you holding? Okay, it pulls up and you start pulling up with it.
No, I'm just holding it like this.
Okay,
Say up.
it starts hovering a little bit. It doesn't like jerk, it just starts hovering.
Okay. I'm gonna get on it
Okay, so you mount it. Okay.
and I'm gonna go up.
Alright. You go up and you start flying. You kind of feel like it kind of takes you a second to
It's like Harry
Understand
Potter in the
it?
first movie when he's like going to play Quidditch. It's like that.
No, because Harry actually is like amazing at flying a broom
No,
somehow.
he wasn't.
He was. Harry was
Holy-
great at flying. Neville was the one who couldn't fly a broom to save his life.
He was the chosen one.
Make a straight wisdom check. Or dexterity. Yeah, let's do dexterity.
I don't know. I was thinking dexterity.
I was thinking wisdom, having knowledge of doing it, but dexterity actually doing it, that would make more sense.
17.
17. Oh yeah. So you start coming up. It's kind of wobbly at first, but then you kind of start to adjust to it. It feels like after this, it's like, okay, it makes sense that Peck was actually really good at this, seeing as he is constantly flying. So you kind of start taking the broom, and you kind of start leaning forward, and as you start to lean barely forward, it starts to move forward. You start pulling back on the broom, and it starts slowing. You kind of, just like as you're holding it, your hand on it, you kind of just start, kind of becomes this extension of your body, where you think what you want to do, and you're already doing it. Like, you're like, I want to move my arm. My arm's already moving. You kind of just start to move like that as you start to coast around and fly around. You kind of start coming back down towards the ground, and yeah, I'm not. Do you want to do like? Are you trying to fly around, or are you wanting to land?
A stealth.
Okay, roll a stealth check with disadvantage because they're all looking at you.
Wow, we would be really dumb if we were just staring at him. Where'd he go?
13.
They see you.
Okay, I land.
Okay, as you start to come back to the ground, as you come down, your feet kind of touch the ground. As your feet connect, you feel the weight of the broom return as it kind of falls inert.
Huh. Pretty handy. It's pretty nice.
Anything else you
You
guys
seem
want to
very
accomplish?
thrilled.
What?
You seem very thrilled.
No, it was really cool. I just, the horse was pretty cool when it flew a minute ago.
Oh, yes,
I don't
of
think
course.
I don't think it could carry all of us because, the horse weighs a lot. Like you were saying, it can only carry so much. So.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well, I'll talk to you gents in a couple minutes, and I'm gonna head back to the general store.
It's night.
It's about
is it?
7 o'clock at this point.
Oh, I thought it
Is
was
he
like.
still-
No, I said
he's
the
still-
sun was starting to set. It's about 7 o'clock.
Is he still open?
General store, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to head to the general store.
Okay. Peck kind of flying along with you.
Oh, I lied. Not the general store, the smithy.
Okay, that's what I was hoping you meant, but I was just going to send you to the general store anyways. Do what, Tyler?
Can I go too?
To the smithy, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so you kind of both make your way, Sargus. Are you joining them, or...?
Nope, I'm going to stumble back into the tavern.
Okay, you kind of make your way back inside. You kind of trip up the first stair and catch yourself on the wall. Kind of open the door and make your way back inside. The rest of you make your way back towards the smithy. As you walk up, you're met with the sound of metal on metal coming from inside. You open the door, and he looks up as he sees you. Ah, welcome back. I was hoping you'd be back by. I finished your pouch not too long ago. And he kind of motions to it over on the side. It's the way it's made with the leather. The leather is like a lightish brownish color that is made. There's 4 different straps on the pouch at each corner of it. So pretty much Peck kind of comes over to it and he starts to look at it. He uses one hand and he kind of just pulls it up each of his arms, and he pulls it up his back, and it fits him quite nicely. He starts, he flutters up into the air and starts stretching his arms and his legs with it, seeing how he moves, what caused it to fall, and all that. The smithy lays down his hammer, and he walks over to Peck, and he's like, "Yes." So, and he starts reaching. He's like, "Right here, you might need some help, but you can actually tighten these straps so that way they stick onto your arms as you're in battle." And he kind of tightens them a little. He's like, "Let me know if it's too much." And he pulls it, Peck, and goes, "Eh!" And he goes, "Oh, okay." So he tightens all 4 of them, and he goes, that should be good. Peck starts flying, adjusting. He starts doing some rolls in the air, and he's looking down. He reaches up with his front paws, and he opens up the bag, and then he looks inside, and he kind of tightens it back, and then he lands satisfied. And he kind of looks over at Theron, and he thinks for a second, and he looks at you, and you can really see he's trying to work something just by his facial expression. And he goes, "Now, me, gold." And he kind of sends you an image of you handing him, he kind of sends you an image. In one hand you have an amount, you have like some money, and in the other hand you have money for yourself as you kind of gesture towards him, giving him a cut of it, kind of like if you were finding gold. You're muted.
I say, "Okay. Hello, sir. How are you?"
Hello. He doesn't hear any of this exchange, by the way.
I know.
Hello.
Do you have any hooks?
Have any what?
Or can you make hooks?
Hooks?
Like hooks. No, hooks.
What kind of hooks?
Like grappling hooks. Climbing hooks.
I suppose I could try. Do you have any metal that you would like me to work with, or would you like me to use some of my own?
Some of your own.
What type of metal are you looking for it to be made in?
What kind do you have?
I have some iron ingots, as well as some steel, as well as some... It wouldn't be quite as strong, but copper. The best you would probably run is one of the better would probably be around steel if you're looking to pull up weight. But depending on the type of ingots we use would depend on how much weight they would be able to carry.
I want steel.
Do what? Steel?
Steel.
Oh, yeah. And how many of these would you be looking to procure?
2.
2? Okay, I believe I would do that. It would take me a couple of days. I'm almost done for today's work, but I would be able to start on them tomorrow. It would probably take me roughly 6 hours or so waiting for the metal to get hot enough where that way
That's
I could
fine.
form it.
When you make these 2 hooks, can you fasten them together with your finest leather or rope?
Yes.
Just
What,
something to keep
how
them
would you
together.
like? Is this something you want on a long rope that you can throw somewhere? Are you looking to fire these from a weapon of sorts?
It just has to. It can just be a few feet. It's just to keep me connected to something.
A few feet. Okay, that seems easy enough. What is it that you're trying to connect yourself to? That would definitely help with the design of the hook.
I show him the broom.
Ah. So, are you not wanting to lose it while you sweep?
Yeah, it's a very treasure. My master beats me if I lose it.
He kind of hands it back to you.
Please be careful with it.
Well,
I'm just kidding. It flies.
Yes. So, okay, that makes more sense.
These people in this town, Eldek, have no sense of humor. I stick the broom in the bag of holding.
Okay, so you would like these connected in your, and what are you trying to connect these to? Your leg, your arm,
My waist.
your waist. Okay. If you wouldn't mind, could I take a few measurements of you to make sure this would properly fit you?
Yes.
All right. So he takes his rope from earlier, kind of wraps it around you. He kind of jots some notes down on a parchment next to him, different stuff like that. He asks for the broom back so he can make a couple of measurements of it as well. You pull it from the bag of holding. He quickly jots down some stuff, and you kind of like pull it, not completely out of the bag of holding, but kind of pull it up. He kind of writes around, and you kind of just let go, and it just falls back into the bag of holding. He jots down the stuff on his parchment. He goes, "Seems simple enough. Come back to me later, anytime after tomorrow night, and it should be prepared for you. This will cost you, let's see, 10 gold for the labor, roughly 3 ingots to make this. It will run you about 60 gold total."
Okay.
So I have this gold statue. I'm talking to you, Chandler.
Yes.
I don't remember how tall it is. Do you know?
You got it from the castle, correct?
Yeah.
It looks like an elf or something.
Yeah.
Like a sun elf, I want to say, off the top of my head.
Yeah, it was a sun elf.
I think it was a sun elf.
Where
Yeah,
that
it
was
was
in
a
the
sun
dark
elf.
hall. Yeah, it was a gold statue of a sun elf. Yeah, it's roughly
Okay.
like maybe 4 or 5 inches tall.
Okay. I'm going to bring it out of my pack and show it to the smithy and say, "Do you melt down gold by any chance?"
Yes, I do. He kind of looks at the statue. He's like, I have used many old statue or stuff like this to melt down to use in crafts. Are you looking to have something commissioned, or are you looking to sell that piece?
Well, I would like to fashion a seal of sorts. I would like you to melt it down into a circular seal. And do you remember, as I pull out the 3-inch spike from the dragon tail? I would like to have this put into the center of a circular emblem, if you will.
So what you're asking for is you would like me to melt this into a circular sphere, and you want this spike embedded in the middle of it.
Well, like, okay, so I have to explain this. So it's like if you had on the cover of a book, you had a circle, not a sphere.
Oh yeah,
like
that's what I meant. I meant a circle, yeah.
Okay. So that's what I want. Yes, sir. That's exactly what I would like.
I should be able to do that. Yes.
Then I'll hand these over to you. About how much you think this will cost?
For the work of this, we'll most likely use all of it, so there won't be any left over. Very simple. I will only charge you 10 gold for this.
Okay. Sounds good. And also, here's the 10 gold for the pack. For my
Yes,
friend.
thank you. And he takes that and he goes, "This, when you come, this is something I can work on throughout the day as I wait for his metal to, and the furnace and stuff like that. When you come to collect his things, this should be ready as well."
Thank you very much.
Is there anything else you guys want to accomplish?
No.
All right, you guys, after leaving that, head back to the bar. Sargus, was there anything you were wanting to accomplish inside the tavern?
Nope.
You guys find a thoroughly drunken Salazar. Balazar is still sitting next. Or did I call you Salazar? That is the Goldcrest guy. Sargus, you guys find a
I was
drunk...
like, wow, what are you doing here, man? We're supposed to come see you.
You guys find a drunken Sargus with Balazar. They're laughing and having a good time. You guys kind of walk in and you're like, "Sorry." You guys kind of grab him and you're like, "We should go to bed." You guys kind of head up to. Do you guys want to grab a room from him, or do you guys want to find somewhere else to lay your head?
I don't. I think Eldek would be fine with any place.
All right, the same charges before. I believe it was it was 2 gold a night. So it would cost you guys each 2 gold. You guys could use. You could all pile into one room if you'd like, or each get yourself an individual room, however you would like to dice it.
I'm gonna have my own room.
All right, so you guys head into your room and you guys lay down to sleep for the night. After an 8-hour rest, you guys wake up. It is early in the morning. The sun is just rising. You hear a beautiful bird chirping outside. What would you guys like to accomplish?
Eldek fireballs it. I'm just kidding.
I go on a.
I was gonna say Peck. You chirp and then Peck clutches it. But what would you guys like to do?
So, we're all in the common room.
Okay.
So, shall we
Who says?
assault the place? Okay, so here's the thing, Chandler. In my journal of journals, I have the Phandalin Miners Exchange as a side quest that we haven't completed.
That was something you really couldn't accomplish.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So why did I have it written down?
Because it was one, but let me look. I told you why you couldn't accomplish it anymore. It was like one of those quests that you had, but then after doing something, it became uncompleted, like if you were in a Skyrim game. Let me
It's
find
like
what it
the
was.
secret tunnel was worthless.
Yeah, let me find what this one was. Ba-da-ba-ba. Sister Galley, Barmaid.
Guys,
Oh,
you know who
it was the Red Brand's hassle every business except for the Phandalin Miners Exchange. I believe you went there and you talked to the woman there.
I don't think we did. I would have written it down.
I believe you did because her name was because you met her.
What's her name?
I'm looking for her name. She was part of the not the Lord's Alliance or the Emerald Enclave, but a different one. I just cannot find it currently. But you talked to her already. Oh, there it is. Hallie.
Holly?
Halia.
I've never met that person.
Had you not?
I would have written her name down.
Well, I mean, it's not important anymore because her metagaming, her quest was about the Red Brands, which you've already accomplished.
Okay. It was just a quest I didn't have completed, and I didn't have anything written on it, and I would have written stuff on it.
Yeah.
Because I write stuff on everything. Okay. Well, do you guys want to go towards, what's it called?
Wayveko Cave?
Wayveko Cave?
I'm assuming we don't have enough, or the smithy wouldn't have had enough time to finish his little thing, would he? Okay. I got
The only
nothing
thing-
else.
The only thing I wanted to do was to go into that big city so I can get my dragon skull.
And that big
Big
city is
city-
roughly a week away from you.
The big
All
city's
right.
where we came from, and it's where we're going after this, because Salazar wants us to return to the guild to talk to him.
That would take roughly, just for you on horseback, would take you a week. The rest of them walking would probably take closer to 2 weeks.
Well, then I'm ready.
I think that. So Eldek's going to say this to the party. He's going to say, "Well, Theron, you have the flying broom. Sargus, you have your horse. I believe it's probably time I get some sort of mount."
And then Athena and Lyndall just kind of look at you, and Lyndall's like, "What about us?"
Well, I believe that Athena will soon have a grand mount of her own. That dog will grow fast. And you, Lyndall,
Kind
well,
of looks at the wolf and kind of scratches behind his ear, kind of kicking.
well, Lyndall, you can ride on the back of my horse,
Ah,
the one that I'm about to buy.
and where are you?
Assuming that Sargus hasn't bought all the horses in this town already.
Where are you gonna buy a horse from? We had a hard enough time finding one for Sargus.
I'm pretty sure Sargus bought that old lady on the farm's
Her
work
who her
horse.
husband had died. It was her husband's horse who had died.
Well, I didn't quite think that far through. So let's head to Wavebecco
Maybe we
Cave.
can tame you a grizzly bear. Let's go tame an owl bear for you to ride.
There you go.
Oh yeah, that would be fantastic.
Man, I need some natural 20s on some animal handling checks.
Oh, I could do that.
I rolled a 16.
Well, you also haven't found one. All right, so you guys consulting the map that you received. You guys kind of start heading for Wave Echo Cave. So it's about roughly looking at the map. It looks to be about 15 miles east of Phandalin, which is kind of heading back. If you looking at the world map, it's kind of heading back towards the water, which. But it's kind of towards back Goldcrest, but it's in the water area. There's kind of some wooded ares on the map that you guys are kind of the map you guys look at that you guys are looking at. It's very faded and old, but it still has there's areas on that looking at a map today don't currently exist anymore. This is a very old map. It has Thunder Tree on there that looks like it's a very vibing town, whereas any map you really look at today, Thunder Tree does not exist on, as it is ruined. But you guys kind of start making your way there. You can roughly make it there in a day just walking. Along the way, you guys don't really encounter anything as you make your way to Wave Echo Cave.
Wave Ekra Cave.
Ekro Cave. As you guys kind of start to approach this area, looking at the map, make a survival check for me.
What?
Survival. Whoever's leading the party is. I'm assuming Theron, but it could be Sargus if he's riding ahead on horse.
You want it to be me? Because I rolled a 19.
Okay, well, as you're ahead on horse, you're kind of looking around. You come across some different. You're about to come up onto a bit of trees, but you kind of rear back. Remembering the map from earlier, you kind of start to look around. Kind of call them over as you guys are looking at the map. You guys feel like you could possibly be in the correct area.
I want to... Wait. The correct area?
Now, you could be in the area you need to be to find this cave.
Okay. I'm going to look around for anything cave-like.
I'm going to make a investigation check.
I'm going to get
Or
on the
perception.
broom. I'm going to get on the broom, fly up to the tree line. Are we in the woods?
You guys kind of came off this path. It's kind of some trees that are starting to start in that area.
I'm going to fly up to the tree line.
There is a rough mountain kind of jutting up from the middle from nearby the trees.
Okay, well, I'm going to fly up in the air and look for cave entrances.
And make a perception check.
3.
3?
Yeah.
You see a bunch of trees.
Wow. Okay.
May I do a roll?
You may.
Investigation, you said?
Yes.
Oh, wait. I rolled perception.
Yeah, that's what I asked you to roll.
14.
So after a little bit of looking around, cutting right through some trees up near the mountain.
It would have been an 8.
Behind some, well, you still would have seen it. Behind some brush, as you kind of approach forward on the horse, you kind of jump off the horse and pull back some brush. You find a narrow little slit in the side of the mountain, or kind of large mountain that kind of leads into it. That leads into an entrance to a cave that you perceive from the map to be Wave Echo Cave.
I'm going to beckon everyone over here.
Everyone kind of approaches you with Sienna and Lyndall and Cloud in tow. Peck kind of flying behind you guys. As you guys approach the cave, he kind of lands on the back of Eldak. Do you guys head in?
Check it for traps.
Okay, make a investigation check. I don't know why I was blanking on that word.
14.
14. As you check the entrance to the cave, there's nothing. All the rock seems to be pretty okay. Nothing seems to be about to fall. There's no traps or anything. Do you guys proceed inside the cave?
Yes, but I'm going to be flying a little bit above the ground.
The entrance to the cave is roughly 8 feet high. You would just be barely off the ground.
I just want to be off the ground.
Do any of you else, if you can get feedback?
Yeah.
Everyone mute now. We good? Yeah. No?
It's me.
Yeah. Unplug your microphone, Megan. Nami? Yeah, that sounds good. Okay.
Cool.
What?
Cool.
So as you guys enter into the cave, the entrance
Hold
tunnel
on.
leads into a large cavern. As you guys kind of start in, you kind of actually have room to actually move up on your broom. It's a very large cavern. It's supported by a natural pillar of rock and contains 3 stalagmites in the western part of the cave. Behind the column of rock are 3 bedrolls and a heap of ordinary supplies: sacks of flour, bags of salt, casks and salted meat, lanterns, flasks of lamp oil, pickaxes, shovels, and other gear. Amid the supplies, you see the body of a dwarf miner, dead for at least a week. The northeastern section of the cavern has collapsed, forming a 10-foot wide, 20-foot deep pit. A sturdy hemp rope is tied off around the nearby stalagmite that dangles down the side of the pit. And you can't really see past the bottom of it right now.
Did I know Gundred's brothers?
No, but make a perception check.
Perception. 15.
As you hover down and kind of look closer at the body, there is a very high resemblance to Gundred. He looks, just from lines in his face and whatnot, this guy is a little bit older than Gundred. But it is definitely one of his brothers.
Can I check his person for any kind of identification?
Yeah.
I do that.
You don't really find any identification off of him. You don't find, he doesn't have an ID card or anything. You find a small
driver's
pouch.
License?
You found a small pouch of money, as well as the boots he wear look very interesting.
I'm gonna take the boots. I'm just defiling the dead. Take his
Wouldn't put
boots.
it past there.
You kind of pull the boots off. You do anything with the coin pouch?
I mean, I'm gonna put it in my. I guess I'd look inside of it.
As you look inside of it, you find about 5 gold pieces and 6 silver pieces.
Okay. Okay. I walk first before I do anything. Can I see anything in here? Are there any enemies around?
You can make a perception check.
Hey, Eldak!
Yes, sir.
These boots look funny to you? What do these boots look like?
I'm gonna walk over and I'm going to use identify.
I gotta look just because I can't remember how much info identify will give you.
All of it.
Don't you have dark vision?
Yeah, but I rolled a 1.
Okay.
By the way, who has dark vision and who does not?
I did.
I don't.
I don't. I should.
So it's there. You guys are still in the main cavern, so there is light coming in. But as we proceed further into this cave, it will become more difficult for the 2 of you to see.
Okay.
Peck also has night vision, so he's fine. You choose one object, if a magic or item. You learn its properties and how to use them. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you. So taking the boots into your hand, you make a quick arcane check, or you cast your identify spell on them, and you immediately learn what they are. They are boots of striding and springing. While you wear these boots, your walking speed becomes 30 feet. Unless your walking speed is already higher, then your speed isn't reduced. If you are encumbered or wearing heavy, your speed is not reduced if you're wearing encumbered or wearing heavy armor. In addition, You can jump 3 times the normal distance, though you can't jump further than your remaining movement would allow.
Okay. Before Theron what they are.
Also,
Theron,
just throw it out there, they do require attunement. You also learn that from Identify, that it requires attunement.
okay. I'm going to say, Theron, give those to Sargus.
I was planning on giving them the Sargus anyways, but sure.
Eldak's going to say, give them to Sargus.
Sure, because no one trusts me.
You're a
Give him the
thief!
Sargus. Wow. I give him the Sargus begrudgingly.
Also, what are you doing with that bag? You say you try to hide it?
No, I didn't try to hide anything.
Okay. Peck kind
Alright,
of
so
looks at you.
what
Okay.
am I adding to my inventory?
Kind of flips out of hand.
They're-
Boots of
what are they
striding
called?
and springing.
And then I'm going to say, those boots...
I'll send you a description of it later.
Those boots will allow you to move much quicker and jump much higher. They do some other things. I'll explain later. You will have to attune to them, my friend.
Which will take a short rest to do so.
So don't go jumping off anything quickly. Just yet.
Okay.
Peck's hand is still out.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna give him a high five.
I'm gonna stealth.
Are you trying to hide the gold from him?
No, I'm stealthing because I'm a rogue and we're in a hostile dungeon.
Okay, what's your stealth check?
It's still a 1 because I'm apparently still offended about Eldak, so I rolled a 1.
Okay.
I mean, all that other stuff I didn't say
I
that.
know I didn't need it, but it's that you didn't tell me what it was before you told me to get the Sargus. That's why I'm offended. That you thought I would just take it. I rolled a 1 though.
So, now inside the cave entrance, you guys have looked at everything. I feel like this would be a good point to wrap up this episode. It's a little shorter episode this week, and there wasn't one last week, which I apologize for, just for our schedules just lining up. Hopefully we will start lining up a bit better in the future, and hopefully next week we can come back and have another exciting episode in Wave Echo Cave. I hope you guys did enjoy this
Or
episode.
we'll all die.
Or you all die, except for Peck, because he'll dip out. He'll be like, nah, I'm good.
I don't know why he keeps holding his hand out to me like he's gonna get something.
He wants his gold, Tyler. He made his
I know what he
bag.
wants.
He wants
I know
to
what
start
he
collecting
wants.
money.
If he wants some loot, he can loot.
Next time he
I'm
does
not
that,
gonna
just give
pick
him a
up
high
stuff and
five.
give it to the dragon. I don't trust him. I don't trust
Why
him.
don't you trust him? Because he can speak?
Because he's evolving.
He's learning!
He's gonna be the end boss. I don't trust him.
Maybe I'll be the end boss. You don't know.
Yeah, you don't know Eldek's backstory. But anyways, if you guys did enjoy this episode, please be sure to let us know in a comment down below, as well as hit that like button. Also, be sure to go check out our Twitter, at Crits and Hits, as well as at Wiz_Studios. I'm starting to get a lot better at tweeting on there, tweeting information about the show, when we're going to have off weeks, stuff like that. So be sure to check that out if there's any information you guys want to get from that, or if you want to tweet at us to tell us what you liked or what you didn't like. Is there anything else? You guys have anything you have? Nope. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you guys in the next one.